Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Scott. Today we're going to be painting the Parasite of Mortrex. This is the newest model for the Tyranid army in Warhammer 40,000. This is a really cool model, so let's go ahead and dive into how I've painted it. Before we begin with this model, we're going to prime it using Wraithbone spray primer from Citadel. We're going to begin this project by painting the wings. And to do this, I've taken Reikland Fleshshade and I've diluted this down with a bit of water, and we're just going to wash this over all of the membrane on the wings. Once that base layer of shade is dried, we're going to take contrast Volupus pink, we're going to water it down a little bit, and then we're going to paint this in the recesses where the membrane makes contact with the bony parts of the wing. We're then going to use a wet brush, and we're going to pull the paint gradually down onto the wing, blending it in so it transitions. Now we're going to move on to the next step. We're going to take contrast Ultramarines blue, and we're going to use this as the base color for the body of this Tyranid. Now just be careful when you paint around the wings. Try not to get this on the membrane that we painted in the previous steps. Once that is dried, we're going to take Kantor Blue and we're going to do a fairly generous dry brushing using this color over all the blue areas that we painted in the previous step. Now we're going to do a second layer of dry brushing using Macragge Blue, and this one's a lot lighter. You don't need to go quite as heavy with this one as you did with the previous layer. Our next step is to take Genestealer Purple, and we're going to paint this in the cracks between all of the different sections of the body of this Tyranid. This is between the joints and the arms. There's also a few glands around the model that we're going to paint in the same color. Once that purple is in place, we're going to take Druchi Violet, and we're going to use this to shade all of the purple areas that we just painted. You can go as heavy as you'd like with this. The main thing is you want to make sure that all of the cracks are filled with this darker purple. While I was working on this project, I realized that all of the other flying Tyranids in my wife's army have red wings, so I quickly took Contrast Blood Angel's Red, I diluted it down with a bit of water, and I did 2 thin coats on the back side of the wings. Now our next step is to take Khorne Red, and we're going to paint this on all of the claws on the model. Anywhere there's a spike or a claw, a scything talon, anything like that, we're going to paint using this red color. Our next step is going to be to take Carroburg Crimson. We're going to use this just to quickly wash all of the red claws that we just painted. Once that shade is dried, we're going to take Mephiston Red, and we're going to use this to highlight the claws, focusing on the raised ridges, and we're leaving any spots where the shade pooled up. We're going to leave those spots darker. Once we're done with that, it's time to start working on the carapace for the model. We're going to use Abaddon Black as the base color for all of the carapace and armor pieces on the model. To highlight the carapace, we're going to start with Dark Reaper, and we're going to begin by picking out all the edges. But then we're going to start at the bottom edge of each carapace plate, and we're going to draw little lines going vertically up and down the armor plates. Then we're going to take Celestra Grey, and we're going to do an additional layer of highlighting. We're just doing the vertical lines starting at the base of each carapace panel. You don't want these lines to be the same length. All that's left to do now is to paint the teeth. We're going to use Wraithbone as the base color for the teeth on the model. Our final step will be to take Contrast Skeleton Horde, and we're just going to use this as a shade on the teeth. But don't go too heavy because it will turn the teeth brown, and we want them to maintain more of a cream bone color. And with that, we've finished painting this Tyranid. Thank you so much for watching today. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, go ahead and like it, and then subscribe to my channel so you can see future videos. As always, have an amazing day, and we'll catch you in the next one.